Cleveland Browns taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys, winners a week ago in that 4-5 matchup, looking to carry that momentum over to the divisional round. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Mahomes now on the sneak. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Up the middle they go. Urban. And a solid run down inside the 30.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flowers. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Urban. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Harold Fannin, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led by their third-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, he'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 9 now. We'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Urban. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Urban. He finds his man. Complete. It's Stevens.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Urban. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
43, yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass caught by Fannin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. Open man, the tight end Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. They'll run on first down. Urban. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and goal.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Hey, 57, 57. Hero, 15.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's to Fannin, his tight end. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Urban. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And
On the draw, it's Jenkins. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Urban. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Urban. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
For the field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the 49ers in a rematch of some of those great Montana versus Sims playoff games in the 1980s. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Travion Henderson. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Pats are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. Time now for a look at how things stand with the current picture in the AFC in the divisional round. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Fannin, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position for the Browns. Good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Once again, Judkins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Urban. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
22-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing your coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And
got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Up the middle they go. Urban. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57.
Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Number 25. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. It's 480. Attack, attack.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Urban. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
22-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
They'll try the left side. Flowers. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Through the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores, you don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Browns down by 9. 1:54 on the clock. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Urban. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Urban. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Urban. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Judkins. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Urban. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st down, here's Judkins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
The ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They complete it to Hill. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.